Hi. What Putin said for Ukrainians to overthrow their leader is just so stupid, because I think with Russian history, Lenin could have got overthrown, Stalin most definitely should have got overthrown, and quite a lot of Russian leaders could have. But Putin is probably one of the big ones since Stalin who should have been overthrown by now. And we don't need a barbaric, bloodthirsty, desperate warmonger, unhinged, delusional, sick in the head. His rhetorics are of someone who should be in mental hospital with all of his ministers. Maybe the Kremlin should be turned into one, because, yeah. And I think generally that the situation is that what Putin says about Ukrainian government and Ukraine is a reflection on what a sore little man he is, what a bitter little man. And to be honest, that I do feel for the Russians who wish that their country never produced leaders like this, and people who would defend him and support him. Because, look, I'm happy that my country doesn't produce this. I feel for the people of countries who hate this. I'm sure there's Ukrainians who can't stand Putin, and I'm sure Putin says more Russians support him than he thinks. I'm sure than there actually are, because I'm pretty sure there's a lot more Russians who can't stand him than he thinks. And same with China. I'm sure a lot of Chinese want to have a democratic, decent country. I'm sure Belarus do the same, but they fear to speak out because leaders who don't like criticism are weak and use their strength by delusional people who are brainwashed and programmed to do the harshest thing they can do. And the reality is that basically that's how they are. That's how the education system is. That's how they're brought up to be as Putin's God. Look, every Russian dictator has raped the motherland of Russia, and Putin's no different to Stalin or Lenin. And the absolute vermin who slaughtered the Russian royal family back in 1917. Ever since that, Russia has been about instability in the mentality of believing that communism is right, dictatorship is right. The only thing that's right is democracy. And NATO and Europe are right. The rest are right. You're the only one who's wrong. And your few countries who support you were full of dictators and people under sanctions because they're just deluded. Only support you, not the people who are right in the head. Well, I'm out. Thanks anyway. Bye. And Russia, do what he wants Ukraine to do to their leader.